When do you tell a new partner or someone you're dating about your sickle cell? So, to answer this question, let's look at two different scenarios based on the severity of your sickle cell. So, in scenario A, sickle cell impacts you on a frequent daily basis. You've had to adapt your daily life significantly due to sickle cell to the extent where someone that you're spending a lot of time with would notice. And there's no other reasonable explanation for the things you do. For example, they might think you've ghosted them, but in reality, you're just withdrawing into yourself to recover physically and mentally from a period of illness. Okay, and then there's scenario B, when sickle cell impacts you infrequently. So, for the majority of the time, by all appearances, you live a normal life and are relatively unrestricted by sickle cell. Unless you happen to be dating an adrenaline junkie that's going to want you to do loads of crazy high intensity exercise with them. The issue is going to arise only once in a blue moon when you have a sickle cell crisis and you become debilitated by the pain. So in scenario A, you want to tell them sooner because you don't want to be in a relationship where you feel like you're constantly hiding one of the most important things about yourself from them. The real test of whether this person is the right long-term partner for you is how they react to your everyday authentic life experience. If they don't have the capacity to support and accept you and see you for who you are outside of the sickle cell condition, if they can't do that now, then it's not going to work long term. So it's better to move on and find someone who will. So now let's look at scenario B. You've got more flexibility because there's nothing really to hide until the unfortunate crisis strikes. You might be able to let the relationship run its course until you naturally feel comfortable enough to open up and share sensitive details about your life with them. But the key here is to anticipate situations that could trigger your crises so that you can proactively prepare them so it's not a massive shock to them. Because some people will react to shock by freezing up and withdrawing. So even though they might be well-intentioned, you're going to feel like, oh no, they don't like me anymore. So hopefully those two scenarios give you a better idea of when to tell someone you're dating about sickle cell based on the situation that you're in and your sickle cell severity. At the end of the day, lasting relationships are built on openness, honesty, and communication. So don't be afraid to share if you're starting to think about a long-term future with this person. I'd love to hear about your experiences and what you think is the right time to tell a new partner about your sickle cell. Let me know in the comments.